There's been a lot of concern about this new Conjuring movie that just came out, okay, and the ramifications that may take place for watching this movie. It's gotten so bad that literal priests have had to come to the movie theater to pray over people and give them holy water before they watch the movie. Okay, this is wild, all right? And a lot of people are saying, well, if this has to take place, should you be watching a movie like this? Okay, but I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate
It's Mayor Frost. Like, comment, subscribe. Jesus the King reaction video. Let's get it. Let's go. This is interesting.
you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
Reminded that we, made in the image and likeness of God, is better and stronger than you. We will never succumb ourselves to evil. And so we bless ourselves and bless all the objects who remind us of evil, that they may be cast out from us, and that we may persevere in Christ Jesus our Lord.
This is that same guy confirming that he's an actual priest, okay? Because, you know, there are questions about whether or not this is for promo, and I'm going to speak on that. Even if it is promotion and you're having a priest out there, it's still wrong and you're still messing with God, and I'm going to talk about that. But this is him confirming that he's an actual priest. Let's check it out.
Son and the Holy Spirit.
Have some more stuff to give you guys whenever you walk out.
Oh, your wife's there too? I feel like I shouldn't have these pictures. I'm scared.
Texas. And if I'm available for anyone who would like to talk or have a prayer, or just any questions about the faith. Yes, actual Catholic priest here, and I hope you enjoy this movie. And don't mind me if I jump.
Do we need to be reminded of the man right here that touched this Annabelle doll right here, and he died later on, and he died soon after that, okay? Do we have to be reminded of that? Okay, this is crazy. We're idolizing demonic worship. We're idolizing demon activity. We're idolizing demonic stories, history of these demons that are in rebellion against God, and they don't want to see anything more than for human beings to follow after them, and for human beings to receive the judgment that they're going to receive. Do we need to be reminded of that? Like, this is crazy, y'all. Let's check this out. This is the guy that touched the Annabelle doll, and then later on, he ended up dying. Okay, let's check it out.
This is a recording of Dan Rivera, one of the main investigators at New England Society of Psychic Research, transferring the real Annabelle doll into a new containment case. The process is delicate and dangerous. Dan uses a consecrated glove, sprinkles holy water, and recites specific Catholic prayers throughout the entire procedure. Everything is done with extreme caution because this doll carries an inhuman energy that should never be underestimated. It's not just an object being moved from one place to another. It's a ritual of protection. The video is old, but the ritual was always the same whenever Annabelle was taken on tour. Recently, the team brought her to an event where Dan suddenly passed away. He was trained directly by Ed and Lorraine Warren's team. To say Annabelle had any connection to what happened to him is just speculation. Do not speculate about something this serious. His passing was a huge loss for the paranormal community, but accusing the doll without proof is playing with something far more dangerous than it seems. He helped many people with kindness and faith.
So they're saying that it's not 100% obviously that he died from touching this doll, but the question still remains. How did he pass away soon after touching this doll? And are there spiritual consequences for playing around with demonic activity? Can there be spiritual consequences for playing around with demonic activity? Okay. I've never liked horror movies and stuff like that, but you know, some of them are more dangerous than others. obviously see that's a case. Okay, some of them are way more dangerous than others. Okay, the reason I say that some are more dangerous than others is because some stories are derived from actual events that took place. Okay, now were we there for these events? No, but these are things that were recorded, and this is how some of these horror movies get created, because of things that have taken place in real time for real people. Okay, and there's other movies that have not taken place, and they still could come from a demonic source, because you got to dive deep into your mind to think of some of these things that they create, right? You got to dive into places where normal people do not wish to go in their mind. But this is definitely The Conjuring, as what they say, it's based off of a true story, which would make this more dangerous than other movies that are not. Okay, but let's check this out. This is them talking about the actual story of The Conjuring. Let's check it out.
Bottom of the landing, and she did not remember how she got there.
Monday, April 29th, 1985. The Smurl family was preparing for a special day, 13-year-old Heather's Catholic confirmation. They had lived in their home for 13 years, during which time they experienced a few minor paranormal occurrences. But this day would mark the beginning of something much more terrifying. As the family went about their preparations, the kitchen lights suddenly began to shake violently before crashing onto the countertop, nearly missing one of the children. This unsettling event, along with others, led the Smurls to reach out to the renowned paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren, for help. What they would endure in the days that followed could only be described as pure horror. This is the true story behind the movie The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Okay, and if that wasn't enough, I did a story on the Deliverance movie that came out, I believe, last year, and how this was based off of a true story of a mother who endured a lot of paranormal demonic activity in her house. And I urge people to be careful when watching this movie. And I'm telling you guys the same thing about this. I'm not telling you do not watch it. I'm telling you I would have caution. If it was me, I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch it. But you can do what you want to do, right? You have the liberty to do everything, but everything is not profitable for you. Okay, but check this one out of the Deliverance movie, true story, the facts about how they made the Deliverance movie. Okay, let's check this out.
It's your first look inside the house known as the Portal to Hell, a place where demons supposedly wrought havoc with a helpless family in horror straight out of The Exorcist. This man just bought the notorious house in Gary, Indiana for the bargain basement price of $35,000.
What compelled you to buy this house?
I have a passion for investigating claims of paranormal.
Zach Bagans is the host of the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures. We spoke inside the front porch, the precise spot where a terrorized mom claims that horseflies mysteriously swarmed in the dead of winter, as they did in the Amityville Horror. Then there was that mysterious figure that appeared in the window when the house was supposed to be empty. This is the other side of that window.
There are reports that there was a residue that would come down the blinds.
It was horrible.
This is the woman who lived in the House of Horrors with her 3 children before Zach Bagans bought it. Latoya Ammons fought back tears when she told us how they fled in terror after her daughter was raised right off her bed. She says the demons sounded like this.
We've waited 5 months. It sounded like something dead.
She says she anointed the rooms with holy oil and read aloud from the Bible, but the nightmare went on and listened to a sound that cannot be explained by police who looked into the mysterious goings-on. While 2 cops are talking in the basement, someone can be heard saying, "Hey." Embrace yourself for what Latoya says happened to her son when she and her mom took him to the hospital. It's right out of the movie Poltergeist.
He walked up the wall and did the backwards flip.
How did everybody in the hospital react to your son walking up the wall?
They took off and they ran. The doctor from the psych ward said that's not real. That's not human. No human can do that.
Speaking of deep, mysterious voices,
you in there?
Those are the chilling words Captain Charles Austin will never forget. The 36-year veteran of the Gary, Indiana Police Department had just finished investigating strange occurrences in the house and was in his patrol car talking on the phone when he says something bizarre happened.
All of a sudden, while I'm involved in this conversation, the AM/FM radio went to static and turned up very loud, and it said, "You in there?" And the person on the phone say, what the hell was that? And I say, I don't know.
What was your reaction?
I was in shock.
Okay, so regarding the priest that went to the movie theater to pray over the people, whether or not this was a legitimate response to what's taking place and the concerns of people, okay, if it was legitimate, then the question is, why would you go and watch a movie that you have to have a priest pray over you, right, to even watch it? And if it wasn't legitimate, then now we can say, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall also reap. And we will say that, why would a priest go to a movie theater for a promotion and act like he's doing a prayer and act like he's calling on to God and act like he's giving out holy water to protect people when it's all a hoax, when it's all a fake, when you're really not there to do that actual job? Even though you hold the actual position of a priest, God will not be mocked, and that priest will have punishment for mocking God. Okay, and then that would also bring into question, how much do you actually believe in God, and do you actually believe in his powers, and do you actually have any type of fear of the Lord in that manner? Do you fear that the Lord can do things to you, that he could punish you, that he can chastise those he loves for going against him and mocking him? We can also extend this verse to this same situation, saying, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. Okay. And so, these movies, some of these movies are absolutely unfruitful works of darkness. These are not Christians making these movies. These are not men and women of God that are making these movies. These are people that are going into places that we are not supposed to visit. They're going into spiritual areas where we're not supposed to be. People, things that we should not try to communicate with to get these stories out, to get these movies made. And we've heard about things happening on the sets of the movies. We've heard about people being sick after being a part of the movie. We've heard about, a lot of different things taking place for creating these movies. Okay. So this is telling us to not partake in the creation or in the events that take place because of these movies, but instead to expose them. I just want to show you guys this last verse. For anyone who believes in God and you may want to see this movie, obviously, like I said, it's up to you. I'm not telling you absolutely cannot see the movie, but I'm telling you to be cautious. The reason why is because of what Paul says right here. I have the right to do anything you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but I will not be mastered by anything. It says, you say food for the stomach and stomach for food, and God will destroy them both. The body, however, is not meant for sexual immorality, but for food, and the Lord for the body. So obviously, Paul's talking about sexual immorality in this manner, but in the same way, we can think about, us wanting to do certain things that may not be beneficial for us, that we have the liberty to do it. We have the free will to do things, but not everything is beneficial for us. Like I said earlier in the video, okay, I'm not trying to tell anybody that they absolutely cannot see this video. I am under no authority for any of you, but I will say that according to what the scriptures say, we can all come with our conclusions based off of how we feel in our spirit. Okay. But there's definitely some eerie things about these movies, and the fact that they have to have a priest to come and pray over people, that is kind of crazy, right? To even walk in that movie theater and have a priest pray over you before you watch it. And obviously there is got to be some truth to The Conjuring and what's taking place. Every single detail may not be truthful, but obviously there's something about these movies, right? There's some demonic
activity. What's up, y'all? It's Amir
taking
Frost. Like I
place.
said in the beginning, like, comment, and subscribe.
Things
You guys
that
are
they do
free to
on
watch
set,
and do
the
whatever
way
you
that you
want.
have to
Just
kind of
always
be
remember
inside the movie
watching
as
stuff,
actors,
indulging in certain
right? You
stuff,
have to be
invite
within the
spirits
movie,
in.
right? You're not doing that,
And
obviously,
you
out
gotta
of
be
your own
prayed
spirit
up, and
or
even
out
when
of
you're
the spirit
prayed
of
up,
God.
it's just
It's
the
coming
eye
from a
gates or
different
the
area.
portraits
It's not
of the
coming from the
soul.
spirit
So
of God.
just be mindful.
Let me know
of
how
what
you guys
listen
feel
to,
about
what
this
you
video in the
indulge
comment section.
Even
Okay,
for
if you're
me,
new to the channel
I'm mindful.
and you
God
like
is
what you
working
see,
on
I
me in
encourage
those
you to hit that
areas. So
subscribe button
God bless
and
y'all.
hit the post
Peace.
notification bell so you do not miss another video. My name's